magical happens. You begin to see yourself as someone who keeps their word. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through. You begin to see yourself as someone who can be trusted with bigger challenges and bigger dreams. The process of rebuilding yourself requires you to become intensely aware of your internal dialogue. Right now, as you're listening to this, there's a voice in your head commenting on what I'm saying. It might be agreeing, disagreeing, analyzing, judging, or comparing. That voice never stops. It's constantly chattering, and for most people, it's not a very supportive roommate. That voice is not you. You are the one listening to the voice. You are the observer of your thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. And once you understand this distinction, you gain incredible power because you realize you can choose which thoughts to engage with and which thoughts to let pass by like clouds in the sky. Most people are controlled by their thoughts instead of being the controller of their thoughts. They believe everything their mind tells them, even when their mind is telling them they're not capable, they're not worthy, they're not smart enough, they're not strong enough, they're too old, they're too young, they don't have enough experience, they have too much baggage, or any of the thousands of other lies the untrained mind loves to tell. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't deliberately plant what you want to grow, weeds will grow automatically. Negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and self-doubt are the weeds of the mind. They don't need any encouragement or attention to flourish. But positive thoughts, empowering beliefs, and self-confidence are like flowers. They need to be deliberately planted, watered, and nurtured. This is why rebuilding yourself is an inside job. You can't change your external world until you change your internal world. You can't create a different life with the same thinking that created your current life. You have to upgrade your mental software. And that upgrade happens one thought, one belief, one decision at a time. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're the CEO of your own life. As the CEO, you're responsible for every department. Your physical health department, your mental health department, your financial department, your relationships department, your career department, your personal development department. Now, if any of these departments were underperforming in a real company, what would a good CEO do? A good CEO wouldn't make excuses. A good CEO wouldn't blame the competition or the market conditions or the economy. A good CEO would analyze what's not working, identify the problems, create a plan to fix them, and then implement that plan with consistency and determination until results were achieved. But most people, when it comes to their own lives, act like terrible CEOs. They ignore problems until they become crises. They make the same mistakes over and over again. They refuse to invest in the training and development that would improve their performance. They blame external factors for internal failures. They accept mediocrity as if it's their destiny instead of recognizing it as a choice. The moment you start treating yourself like a company worth investing in, everything changes. You start asking better questions. Instead of, why does this always happen to me? You start asking, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why am I not successful? You start asking, what skills do I need to develop? Instead of, why don't things work out for me? You start asking, what am I doing that's creating these results? Better questions lead to better answers, and better answers lead to better actions, and better actions lead to better results. It's a simple formula, but simple doesn't mean easy. Easy would be staying where you are, complaining about where you are, and hoping someone or something comes along to change your circumstances. But you're not here for easy. You're here because you're ready to do the work. You're ready to take full responsibility for your life. You're ready to stop being a passenger in your own existence and start being the driver. And that decision, that shift from passenger to driver, is the beginning of everything. When you decide to rebuild yourself, you're making a declaration that who you've been up until now is not who you have to be forever. You're saying that your past does not define your future. You're claiming your power to reinvent yourself, to evolve, to grow, to become the person you've always had the potential to be. But here's what nobody tells you about this process. It's going to require you to let go of parts of yourself that you might have identified with for years. You might have to let go of the story that you're not a morning person if becoming